This is the line, stone low down. Hear the sound when you lie through the issues all around. From every corner, let's make it clear. The change we need is starting here.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the September 22nd, 2025 City Council meeting.
Yep.
So let's go. Let's roll.
So I was just trying to see if there was anything that they did. They didn't do any big announcements. The runoff is supposed to be tomorrow. We're filming this after the runoff. So, but that was the only thing because it's Monday the 22nd. So we go into the public hearing related to the zoning approval for the sale of alcohol to the City of Athens by Devdarsh Inc., Days Inn and Suites by the Wyndham. I guess that's just existing business and adding a business alcohol sales. Is that right?
Well, anytime one sells to somebody else, it has to be redone.
Well, it looks like it's an existing business and it's adding alcohol sales. So I say that, but they didn't spend
Well, I'm saying
too much.
that's the two.
Yeah.
Either you're adding it or you sold it and
Yeah,
going back.
and no one spoke for or against it,
Nope.
so it passed. The second public hearing was related to the establishment of a tax increment financing district number 4. Aaron Tidwell, the city planner, got up and spoke about that.
Yes. And apparently there's 3 other ones. So this is going to be number 4.
I know, I
But
learned
there
this
wasn't a lot of information. And, of course, Ronnie Marks was like, you can email the city clerk and she'll send it out and all that good stuff. And it's like, well, we didn't even know we had 3, and now we got 4. I mean, that, not that we would have known one way or another. But, I mean, it sounds like it's not anything. We're just trying to capture more tax dollars and help pay for improvements and all that good stuff. And it's related to the Food City.
Right, so then the next one, there was that, and then it goes into the resolution concerning the establishment of the tax increment financing, or the TIF, for District 4 in order to assist the city with financing the cost of the expenditures associated with public improvements. So Erin Tidwell got up and she said it about 10 times. This is not a tax increase. This is not a tax increase. This is not a tax increase.
Was it not a tax increase?
It was not a tax increase.
Okay.
So one of the things, or Jared said that there wasn't a lot of information. I actually think there was a lot of information, and I think that...
No, I'm talking about on the other ones. Like, I didn't even know there was 3 other TIFs.
Well, that's because
that's all I meant.
That's because they're already developed. Because this was the way that I understand it is... It's for certain districts where we have business development. So we have the tax increment financing districts for districts 1, 2, and 3. So it's kind of divided up into the way that I understand it is for where we have business developments. And since for number 4, which is kind of on our end of town where the Food City is at, they have created that as the new one, and that it's going to go with public improvements because we are getting more business developments out there.
The first one, it says north of Pryor Street.
Yeah.
Number 2 says Highway 31 North Corridor. And number 3 says west of I-65 north plus south of Highway 72.
Yeah.
And we weren't the only one. Mr. Billy Cannon got up and said, hey, I know we have the other 3, but can we get some kind of numbers? He's like, I'm a numbers guy. Give me the numbers on what's been going on. He wasn't like pro or negative. He's just like, I want to know the numbers.
What's the numbers that they do?
How are they doing?
How are you spending with it? Like, what do you make out of it? And then, like, where is that money being spent on?
I'm like, perfect.
Hey, look, and then
I agree.
Scott Marshall got up and it's like,
Singing to the choir, right?
Again, asking for more information, because I think that if you included the actual, ordinance or this resolution, I guess not the ordinance, the resolution, that would have it spelling out what this actually was, and then making an announcement about about the other three, because I don't think a lot of people even realize this. This is the way that I understand it, and I think it's a great thing. Is they're going to kind of reallocate like tax dollars. Again, it's not a tax increase, but there's going to be taxes that go specifically for that area, and that and they're going to make it kind of more
for
desirable.
infrastructure.
Yeah, and infrastructure, sidewalks, and then it's also going to be for development out there, right? Like, did you get that too?
Yeah.
So we have 3 other TIFs, and we're
adding
a fourth one right around, I guess, because the Food City, and then for future developments that will come in the future. This will help with that too. So then we go into, and that was the 2 comments about agenda items. Then we go into the consent calendar resolution to approve travel and education expenses for water services for $229.53. You've got a thing that they made. There was no name that was mentioned.
Yeah, they say usually they say for who. So and so did such and such for said department.
Yeah.
And it cost blah blah blah. But there wasn't even that. So I was like, no name.
Resolution to reappoint the following people to the Athens Alcohol License Review Committee for a term of 3 years, expiring September 30th, 2028. We've got Chief Anthony Presnell, City Clerk Annette Barnes, Threat, Fire Chief James Hand, City Planner Aaron Tidwell, Jackie Warner, Sally Marks, and Ray Neese.
So I guess the number one question would be, why all these city officials on the Alcohol Review Board? Is there some kind of special reason for that? Again, maybe if there is an explanation, because I don't think we were the only ones with questions about that.
We didn't ask any questions about it.
Well, we have questions about it. Like, why are there so many city officials being appointed to the Alcohol Board? Again, if there's a reason for it, cool, but it just seems kind of odd. And it seems odd that they would have them all at once, because usually they're staggered. If we notice the pattern of all the other things, it's usually, a staggered terms, not that they're doing it all at once. So,
well, we know why.
Why?
Well, because you applied for a board, and they're not going to let you on it.
Well, of course not.
And then they realized that, because that's another item, but before we get ahead of ourselves, so I went back and looked at previous appointees, and these were appointed for a 3-year term. So in 2022, I believe I think at least 2 of the 3 were appointed or reappointed in 2022. But I can't figure out why, like you're saying, why we have so many city officials. And it's funny, it's kind of like the Good Old Boy Network. You don't have to be from here.
Oh, you can't say that. That people don't like that.
You don't have to be from here to be part of it. It just means you're just
in the club.
The Athenas. That's another group that they've got too. The Athenas. But yeah, I mean, why do we have city officials? I mean, that's just a question I have. But Will Woodruff got up and actually asked about that.
Yes.
At the end, he was like,
"No, it was during this. It was an agenda item, so
it was agenda items.
Yep. He got up.
He got up and asked, like, why we need a list of like boards, and that is something that's not public information. I think you have like the zoning board, the historic preservation, and one other board that's actually on the website, and then the rest of them like are not there.
Well, if you send an email, there's like 20 something boards.
Well, you can find the form online, and
there's a couple that are secret hush hush that you would have to just know they existed.
What I'm saying is, like, literally on the website, you have 3 boards that are listed that you can actually see who is on there. Let's see here. It's the Historic Commission, the Planning Commission, and the Zoning Boards. Those are the only 3 that you can even see. Like, this one here is reappointing for the Alcohol License Review Committee. that's not even listed on here. So number one, you don't know that when they're expiring. Well, and even on the Historic Commission, the Planning Commission, or the Zoning Board, you don't even know when their stuff expires. And that's what Mr. Will Woodruff is like. It would be nice to have a list of like what boards have vacancies, when are people's stuff expiring, so that. And he even said some new faces can get an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Will Woodruff he's part of the NAACP,
Correct.
The Democrat Party, and he speaks up a lot. I respect him for that. I mean, I agree with everything that he says because, again, you've got 4 out of 7 people on this alcohol review board, and for what?
Well, which ones are you talking about?
Well, the police chief, the city clerk, the fire chief, and the city planner.
But wait, you left out one.
Who?
A cousin.
Oh, a cousin by marriage.
But still.
Sally Marks. Yeah.
Related.
Yeah. Her and I.
You made tomato sandwiches.
Yeah,
together,
it's no public service though, apparently.
Oh yeah.
When I volunteered, I wasn't trying to be a public servant. I was just trying to have fun at the tomato sandwich day. But anyways,
so 5 technically, 5 out of 7 have direct connections
to the city. I mean, well, they all probably do.
Well, yeah, I don't know the other Ray Neese and Jackie Warner. Like, I don't recognize those names.
But I mean, it just shows, because that's what Will Woodruff is like. It'd be nice. Connections. It would be nice to see.
Well,
like some other, I think he said fresh faces, new, whatever it was.
Whatever, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Resolution to reappoint Mr. Gudmundson to the Athens Historic Preservation Commission for a 3-year term, expiring January 24th, 2028. This was interesting because this is where they used to have 2 vacancies, and now miraculously, like, they're not there. This is the one that you applied for.
Yes.
Mr. Gudmundson is an active member. He does appear to go to all the historic preservation meetings. His term actually expired this past January.
Wow.
So again,
We're that far behind?
Yeah, so I think that they're doing this. It's kind of comical at this point, right?
Yeah.
Resolution to approve the purchase of what is this? A utility trailer from the Lone Wolf Trailer Company at the cost not to exceed $3,350 from the Sanitation Department. Resolution to approve the purchase of 10 Apple 11-inch iPads for use by City Council, Mayor, and administrative support staff at a cost not to exceed $7,400. Resolution to set a public hearing for the regular meeting on October 27th to consider the request of Harry Fred Leonard Jr., Nancy K. Leonard McBay, and Benji McBay to rezone plus or minus 1.52 acres of property located directly north of 72, directly west of Sweetland Roads from R-1-1 low density single family residential district to B2 general business district within the corporate limits of Athens. So we're changing that from
houses to business.
Yes. And wasn't that that was the one that Ronnie Marks was like, I don't want to say too much because I don't remember.
Was that the one, or I thought it was something else.
I thought it was. Anyways, well, so the owners are asking to have this rezoned. Resolution to set a public hearing for the regular meeting on October 27th to consider the request of Ruth Ann Barksdale, Emily Simmons, and Keith Rowe to rezone plus or minus 4.48 acres of the property located Cambridge Lane from estate residential and agricultural to low density single family within the city of Athens.
Yes.
So we are
rezoning from farmlands to more houses.
That's all I was trying to.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, everybody's always talking about all these new houses and new neighborhoods. This is another 4.5 acres that's getting rezoned for single family density. So again, I think that this is part of that thousands of houses that are coming. Like this was, I'm guessing, I'm not sure because it appears that the owners are asking to have this rezoned, right? So I don't know. I mean, in the past, when I asked, it was on there, but I'm not sure.
I mean, we don't know for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, this is another 4.5 acres that is getting rezoned for houses. Resolution to approve the travel expense for personnel to the electric department for $66.51. Resolution to approve the purchase of a Chevy 2500 4x4 crew cab truck with service body from Aldott Equipment Bureau, not to exceed $45,000. Resolution to purchase a 2025 Ford Explorer, $40,879. Resolution to purchase the 2025 F-150 from Long List Automotive through the state contract T-191 for Public Works at a cost not to exceed $61,329.
We sure do buy a lot of vehicles.
I know. And they're all brand new.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I know they have to buy them from that list, but
they don't. They do if it's new, but there's the gov deals. They could be buying all kind of.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Sometimes it might.
We have been buying a lot of brand new vehicles. Could save a few tax dollars. Resolution to approve the proposed FY26 gas department budget with a total operating revenue of $20,291,500 and a total operating expense of $19,272,750. I wish that on stuff like this, like they would have included like their budget items. You know what I mean? And I mean not inside the paper copy, because that would have been like
big.
Yes, but I think that it should be all electronic.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
a hyperlink.
If you are looking online, it like if this. Well, the agenda item needs to be out like by latest the Wednesday before the city council meeting.
You mean not Friday at the last minute?
So the link needs to have that operating budget, and that way people can look at it. Again, you may only have 10 people that want to look at it, but it should be readily available. You shouldn't have to do a public records request to ask for it.
No.
And you're not doing it because you think they're doing something wrong. It's like, hey, just to like get a look at it, right? Like that's it. But that goes back to even the TIF stuff. That should have been hyperlinked in there.
Yes.
Any of these resolutions that we're changing or amending, that should be hyperlinked on the agenda. Again, not part of the paper agenda that you can pick up, but it should be available.
Absolutely.
Before the minutes come out, because they do include the ordinances.
A little bit more detail in the minutes, but sometimes even that's like, is that it?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, just goes back to more information. Resolution to authorize $23,103.48 to be paid from the Water Services Department cash reserves to Limestone County for fiber optic installation.
But hold on. Now, our buddy, Mr. Marshall, got up and said something about that. He's like, why is the water services paying for fiber optic stuff? He questioned that.
Well, it makes no sense.
Well, it makes no sense.
What did Ronnie Mark say?
Well, he didn't have an answer for that.
Did he say get with somebody?
I don't remember saying anything, quite honestly.
Okay.
I mean, you were there. You don't remember. I was going to say.
No, I've slept since then.
Well, I have too, but I remember Mr. Marshall getting up and asking a question. And
today,
I don't remember there being any explanation for it.
Well, and today I don't have my notes I took.
Oh, my
I've done
goodness.
something with them. So I'm just going off memory. Well, I mean, I have some notes, but...
You have my notes.
Yeah, I have your notes.
Okay. I just wanted to get that on there. I kept mine, guys.
An ordinance to establish regulations to utilize certain aerial space above a public sidewalk for a balcony or similar limited encroachments.
So, I'm guessing somebody wants to start putting balconies around the square.
I mean, I think that'll be pretty cool.
I mean, no problem whatsoever. And then our buddy Billy Cannon got back up again and said, Tuscumbia, of all places. Mm-hmm. My birthplace.
Oh, look at that.
Helen Keller Hospital in Tuscumbia.
Look at that.
Also, Helen Keller. Imagine that was from there.
Yeah.
Go visit her birthplace.
Yeah.
But anyway, they've done a lot of revitalization, and that's what he's like. If you want to get a good idea of something that looks really nice, go there. And I'm thinking more of they also said this. I don't know. The best example would be like Mardi Gras, Easy Street, New Orleans.
Well, I'm sure Huntsville has it too. Huntsville has it too. It says Alabama law provides that the city may manage and regulate the use of the public ways and sidewalks in the city through its police power of its interest of, among other things, traffic regulations, public health and safety. There are public ways and sidewalks within certain parts of the city that are of such sufficient size and locations as to accommodate the needs of the public and also to be available for the limited use above those areas for balconies or similar limited encroachments by adjacent property owners. So yeah, like you're saying, that I don't know if someone approached them or if that's just kind of part of that revitalization of downtown of like, hey, we could have balconies in these buildings. That also brought up some questions about like preserving like the historic structure of the buildings too. So
and what you could and couldn't do, and the building inspector Eric Waddell got up there and provided more clarification on that. And they, I think Scott Marshall said again, like, hey, we need to make sure we have these things in place first before they're being built, because it's a lot easier to nip it in the bud to start with before it happens. So it's like, preach, brother, preach.
So I think that because like Billy Cannon was talking about Tuscumbia, and then I'm from Huntsville, so I've seen all the stuff that. So I mean, I guess just from a bigger perspective, I think that would be kind of neat. So then we've got an ordinance to amend the entertainment district provisions for the Athens Alcoholic Beverage Ordinance to add clarifying language relating to the use of approved containers.
So, and didn't they say something about being able to wash the cups now and reuse them? Which it says in the ordinance right there, which I actually read, that you could not do that.
Oh.
So I'm guessing that's part of the stuff they're changing. And then it says you have to have it didn't talk about the color or anything else like that, but it did specifically said that the logo of the entertainment district had to be on the cup. So a shatterproof cup with the entertainment district logo on it. That's the only two things that you actually have to have.
Yeah.
And then, like I say, it said in there that you couldn't rewash them, and then I think they said something, they changed that where you could. And I think that's all coming about because there was a little problem getting sponsors, and then people were running out, and then they're like, well, you can't have a to-go drink because we don't have the right cups, and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
So that's where all that came from.
Well, and then there's been talks that, like, in Huntsville...
Yes, just the solo cup.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that'll be good for our entertainment downtown, making that. Item P, an ordinance granting a franchise to the Unity Fiber Gulf Co. regarding a non-exclusive franchise granting the limited authority to construct a fiber optic transmission line in the city along certain public right-of-way.
Look at that.
Do you remember that one?
Not really.
That was the one that was granting that franchise.
Didn't they change names or something?
Or they're like a sub to it or something.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Resolution approving an amendment extension of the contract with the Athens Limestone Animal Service. So
we provide them $40,000 a month to help with the dog, control the spay and neuter, adoptions, et cetera, et cetera. And then I think it added some clarification languages to a couple points in there. I mean, it's a whole contract right here that we have. It's public record. Yeah. I'm
sure that these...
I'm just saying, that's what they were saying. They extended the contract for another year. That's basically what it boils down to.
But I wish that, like, these aren't other things, like, we could see that. because they don't even mention in the.
It says amendment extension of contract.
It doesn't say for how much or anything.
Another
Anyways,
year. Because I read it and we requested it. I know. I get exactly what you're saying. It doesn't say anything like that.
yeah. Well, and I can't remember. Do you know if the county gives money to this?
No, they split up. Remember?
That's right. Yeah, that because it closed
It was
last
a joint.
year, and then the city just took it on. But Ronnie Marks did say we've got like this next year. We've got to come to some kind of an agreement.
He wants to
Pardon?
make up with the county and go back together again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out.
Yep.
So these next two was
Add-ons. So we had 2 add-ons, R and S, but they're both related to the same thing. It's a 3.68 acre plot on 31 in Browns Ferry, and that's the one that he said I can't tell you yet, but it's going to be a business.
okay.
They wanted it rezoned. Well, that's what it is. It's an
'cause
ordinance
it
to
was
rezone it and then set for October 27th.
That's right.
Meeting for it to be rezoned. I mean, it's a primo
Yeah.
location right there on the corner.
Yeah.
And there used to be a gas station on the other corner, and now there's only one gas station across the street now.
Right.
So that's what that is.
Yeah, so rezoning that for a business that's coming. So the owners have approached
And
the
then
city.
that would be behind, on that same little corner is where the new proposed hospital is going to be as well.
Okay.
All over there. So, yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that is all for the agenda. So then we go into.
Our favorite time, public comments.
But we've already covered Will Woodruff. Did somebody get up about the pool this time?
No, he wasn't there, was he?
No. Who else got up?
You?
There was a lady though that got up and was talking
Oh,
about
water pressure. Yes. Her water pressure's great in the morning and not so great in the evening.
Yeah.
And I don't remember where she said she lived.
I can't either.
It was on, no, maybe it was Jefferson. I don't remember. But anyway, yeah. So, a little bit concerning considering everything going on in Ardmore. And it's
Yeah.
like, whoa, guys.
Well, Ronnie Marks told her to check on some things, get with some people to make sure that there wasn't something going on at her house.
Yeah.
But she did say that in the morning she has
Perfect.
and then as the day goes on.
It just trickle.
Yeah. Was that it? Her and Will and me?
Yes.
So I got up. So here's the thing. Jared and I go to these meetings to take notes. We don't go to speak out. We don't go to stir the pot or just say anything. Honestly, the reason I got up was literally because of no response to emails. I sent Mr. Lucas an email I think right after the last city council meeting, because this was a follow-up to my question at the last meeting, was about why they canceled a project of paving of the utilities parking lot, right? And they canceled the whole project, but they ended up resealing it, and I just wanted to know why, because they went through all of the bids and the process, and then bam, it's canceled, and then we resealed it versus paving it, and it needed to be repaved. I mean, it looked bad. And last time he was like, you can get back with me, and so I sent an email, and I CC'd the city clerk, and nothing. I think that's the 5th email I have sent him since February. I have never gotten back the first response. He asked me to come see him when the meeting was over. He said that it was just that the bid came in too high and they canceled it, which was exactly what the email said, but
you guys had already approved it.
Right. That was my question.
Very sketchy. Or the kids say that it's very sus.
Yeah, because it's they did the bids in May, city council approved it in June, approved the amount. Yep. There was one sole bid, no competition, approved it, and then in July it just got canceled. So it made no sense. And
not at all.
in our public records request, it even said this project's been canceled, and still no why. Still no clarification as to why.
Oh, you know why.
And then I asked Ronnie Marks. I also emailed him the day after City Council and asked him why were we funding $3,250 for Chris Seibert to attend Leadership Alabama. Because if we didn't nominate him, why are we, quote, sponsoring him? Like, after all of the negative attention he's gotten this last year, he would be the last person that I think most people. And again,
I mean, you made a very relevant point. Like, you have Dana Henry and you have Mr. Lucas that could have been nominated and gone, which much better options.
Right.
Than
the way that these things work, and we've done the special episode regarding it, is that you have to go through the nomination process. Now, if he got selected on his own merit by somebody else, like
then they can pay for it.
Then Chris Seibert can pay for it himself.
Well, he did. He's just getting reimbursed by the city.
And that's where if he wants to fund it himself, then fine. I just have a problem that my tax dollars are going to it. I really do.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's already intentional.
He's a horrible representative of the city of Athens.
Yes.
I mean, no business license, ramshackled houses, continually getting caught doing work with no permits. I mean, I can just keep going. Yeah. That's just what we know about. And that's just surface stuff.
Yeah.
And
Ronnie Marks just was like, because I mean, again, when I got up and spoke, I was like, I don't even want to get up here. I just am asking a question about 2 unanswered emails. So
he was very quick to say somebody within the state nominated him.
No, they said the state selected him.
Oh, he said the state selected him?
The state made that choice.
Well, then the state needs to pay for it then.
I don't even care who selected him. I just know that if the city didn't nominate him and he doesn't work at the place he's claiming to work, and now he just started working at Raymond James since he was selected, go get them to pay for it. I just don't feel like my tax dollars should be going to pay for him to go.
It shouldn't.
So.
And then you have a right to answer that question, but, apparently people get very testy.
Yeah.
When you ask questions that they don't want to answer.
Yeah, he did not like that I asked that.
So.
Well, and then during the break, I went over to ask him something.
Yeah, before this.
Yeah, and it was a very obvious, straight up ignored me. And
he's trying to run away.
Walked away from me, so.
Little old you.
I know.
I mean, you're not that scary.
I'm not. I try not to be anyway. Yeah. So,
So yeah, we're not going to beat a dead horse. I mean, we had a whole episode about why it's not a good idea and everything else. But apparently, if you need to know, you can reach out to us. And I mean, as they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, we have a whole novel's worth of pictures and other reasons why. So.
And then we will just go into District 3. There was the runoff for District 3.
Yes.
Mr. Lucas and Henry White. And Mr.
Lucas got 287 votes.
And Henry White?
200. So, Athens. Come on, guys. After a historically low turnout, you guys got chastised. You had a chance to show up and show out, and you didn't. Mr. Lucas got between 5 and 7 less votes than he did before. But the big drop was Mr. White got 70-something less votes.
77 less votes.
77 less votes.
Yeah. And let's just go over that District 3 is usually number 4 in voter turnout.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5 turnout, yeah. District 2 this time had almost 1,300. District 4 had 800. District 3 had 640. And District 5 had less than 400. So, it's crazy because from 2020 to this, District 2 got like 500 more votes this time, which I know they have had all of that growth down Lindsay Lane and over there. So, but that's still just a lot more because even the other districts, the numbers kind of fell into place. So, yeah. So Mr. Lucas will be our councilman for another 4 years, and he's 86 years old. So hopefully he is able to keep his promises of getting Strain Road
specifically.
Well, we saw the rain that came in this week and the horrible drainage that's over there.
Yeah,
and
that video was going around.
Yeah, and it's literally right now, I know that they're in the engineering phases of like developing the drainage system or something, because we can't even get to the sewage before we get
the drainage is first.
Yeah, and then there was one more thing. So just a little bit of little information, tidbit of info going on at the high school. Turning Point USA got turned down at the high school, and I think that it was reapplied for. Isn't that right?
Yes.
And as of Friday, it got approved. So they will get to start a Turning Point USA chapter in the second semester. So after the first of the year, just a little bit of just news information for the city and the folks that are listening. And that is all that we've got. So thank you guys. We have lots coming up, lots going on. Just be watching out on
we're on to the next election season now. You know, the county commission elections will start qualifying in January.
Well, and no, they can start qualifying now. I think that it ends in January.
Oh, well.
And then Dale Strong his seat is up next November. We got a governor's race.
You mean the governor's race?
Right. And then we've got state rep coming up. We got Melson's spot is up too, and Stutz, right?
I'd have to look back on that.
So lots of state elections coming up in 2026. So we're.
And by the way, Amanda, didn't you have somebody anonymous reach out to you?
I did. It was rather interesting talking about the homeless problem that we've got.
We don't have a homeless problem.
Well, supposedly we do.
Interesting. Why don't you tell us about it?
So it says, hasn't our mayor stated that we don't have a homeless problem? Then if that's true, why has Athens Hospital had to lock all doors but the ER at night and all doors open during the day? They have to have an ID to go and see anyone. This person was just told by someone that works there. The problem was huge with homeless coming in, finding empty rooms, and sleeping or showering, especially in the afternoon.
Wow.
Yeah. And also at Walmart, a homeless guy walked out with 3 big, huge items, and workers were not allowed to stop them. Other than to stop. This person asked them why, and they said he is a daily regular, at least stealing 3+ times a week, and they know who he is, but cops won't come when they call. That is why they have a security card, but no security right now, which in return causes our prices to go up.
Well, I was going to say, though, if we don't arrest anybody, then there's no record of it.
Right.
So you can maintain that there's nothing there. It helps fit the narrative, right?
Yes, and it's supposedly the mayor knows about it. And that car break-ins have tripled, especially on Highway 72.
Ooh.
You know, on Facebook, we've seen people talking about their cars and stuff getting broke into.
And we've seen somebody sleeping on that bench, that little loony overlook at the farmer's market thing.
Oh, yeah, the last 2 mornings.
Yep.
That in the swing over there. So.
And then our neighbor had an incident.
Oh yeah, it was less than a year ago, but she had a homeless person in her yard. She got up to let her dogs out
And the
before
dogs
she went
went
to bed.
crazy, and then lo and behold,
Yeah.
somebody's laying underneath the tree.
Yeah, she had to call the police. It was late at night. She called us to let us know, and she let us know that she was okay. But yeah, so, and I think that that's been a lot of people's concern here, the amount of homeless. But then you've got the Hearts for Homeless. You've had people that have wanted to help more, and they've talked about, needing more resources for them.
And then when we met with our state House Rep, Danny Crawford, didn't he say that this was his words, that Birmingham was busing these folks up here?
Oh yeah, he said he gave them like $100 and they put them on the bus.
Something like that.
Yeah, that was. It's been like a year ago, but he told us that. So we've known our homeless population has increased.
So I guess we're saying we don't have any solutions. We don't know what to do. We just know what's happening now, or what's not happening now is definitely not working. And it sounds like, especially if the hospital can't even, I mean, the hospital's supposed to be open. If the ER is the only place that's open, and then you got people sneaking in left or right, that's a little concerning.
It is concerning.
Especially, and not saying they're doing anything, illegal or anything else per se, but still a place that you want to be secure when you're at your weakest. And
And especially if you don't have anybody staying with you.
You know what I mean? You just like wake up and somebody's there that's not a hospital official, and they're just looking for a place to sleep. So
Yeah. Well, and then it's concerning on a lot of levels from that, and then like the situation at Walmart, and then like our city officials. It's been talked about pretty widely, like the last few months. People have made it very known that they've seen the influx, or that we have more or whatnot. So hopefully our city officials will get on that. So thanks so much for the anonymous tip.
yeah, keep them coming.
Yeah, we will we will dive in and see what else we can find and other information about it. So again, thanks for listening, and there's more to come. So till next time, guys.
And that's a wrap for this episode of the Limestone Lowdown, where we break down the issues, keep you informed, and give you facts straight from the source. Remember, your voice matters, your vote counts, and your community thrives when we stay engaged. Stay tuned, stay informed, and stay involved. Until next time, keep questioning, keep advocating, and keep shaping the future of the Limestone area. We'll see you on the next Limestone Lowdown.